Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I am Starco Gaming and we are back with another Dragon Champion video. Guys, today we're gonna talk about Pride characters and more specifically about Renara. The buff event, which requires you to have 5 Pride characters, is coming in about 12 days, and we gotta get ready. We're gonna talk about which characters are good for that Pride event, or talk about how to build every single Pride characters, obviously, so people who have different Pride characters in their roster know how to build each one of them. And today, like I said, I don't know if I said it, I lose my word, but anyway, we're gonna start with Renara. Renara is gonna be your healer for the Pride event, so she is the character that everybody will have. But before we get into that, guys, if you are level 15 or below, make sure to use the promo code STARCO to get $10 worth of freebies. To do so, it is very simple. You go in the settings, the gear icon that was the top right corner, you press the use promo code and you enter the word STARCO. And then when you press OK, which I'm not gonna do, you're gonna get $10 worth of freebies, which include 500 drag points, 250,000 gold, and a few other things in there. Totally worth it in my personal opinion. Anyway, let's jump. Well, just to show you guys the buff event for people who haven't seen it. It's coming in 12 days, 3 hours from the time we're recording this video. We shall be around 12 days when this video is actually posted on my YouTube channel. So we're gonna get ready. You're gonna need Pride characters, as you can see here, Pride only, and it is a 7 stars unlock. As you can see, 330. So you will need 5 7 stars Pride characters to actually unlock this guy, which is going to be very, very important. And he's going to be one of the hardest legendary event character up to date, because usually the new release of legendary characters, especially the 7-star unlock, are always the hardest one up to date. So you will need to build a very strong Pride team. I'm expecting gear 10 level 80 to be a minimum on all 5 characters you have Pride to actually be able to unlock him, and maybe even at gear 11 might be actually needed. We're gonna have to wait, see, and test that. Personally, I want to get my 5 Prides here to at least gear 9 and see where I can go with that gear 9, and then improve them to gear 10 and 11 if I need to at that point. So today we're going to start about Renara. But what we're going to talk about, the priority to get those skills to level 6, which skill we shall be getting to level 6 first, and then we're going to talk about the runes and artifact we actually want to put on her. So let's get started with the skills. We're going to start with the passive skills. Always go from the right to the left in the skills. The passive skills is not important to get to level 6 for one big reason. The change to level 6 is pretty minimal. You can see you only gain a 5% shield, so what makes good this passive is really a level 1 pretty much. So don't really need to get it to level 6, but if you have it at level 6, at the end of the turn, Renara restore 15% maximum health and 15% of maximum shield to an ally who has 2 or more stack up for generations. All allies will to full health, and after that effect gain cheat death for 2 turns. So you can see here, you lose a little bit of shield, lose a little shield, lose a little bit of health, lose a little bit of health, and still, even at level 1, you still have Renara restore 5% maximum health to an ally who has 2 or more stack of her generation, and all allies with full health after effects gain cheat death for 2 turns. And it's really a cheat death for 2 turns that's very important here. So the healing, yes, can be nice getting it up here, and the shield can be nice to get it up here, but there's nothing needed in that. I think that having this guy level 4 or 5 is good enough for Renara here on that one. Now if we go with the skill number 3, resurrection, resurrect an ally, a random ally with 50% of their health, and apply regeneration to them for 2 turns. If you get it to level 6, you're gonna get 50% health, and you'll start with only 1 turn on cooldown the ability. If you reduce it to level 5, 40% health, which is still good enough, and you're gonna start with two turn that this ability will be on cooldown when you start the fight, and I think that's fine. I think level 5 with this ability is just fine. I don't think it's gonna take you more than 2 turns to actually less than 2 turns to actually have somebody die in your party, so you don't really need to get it up very fast. Now if you actually play her in arena, that's a totally different story. You want to have that resurrection available as soon as possible, but for a legendary event this is totally fine to have this at level 5. Now if we go with the second ability, mass recovery, heal alive for 400% of Renara, magic damage, and apply regeneration for 3 turns. And if you drop it here, the regeneration only lasts 2 turns and you lose 50% healing. So this ability is going to be the #1 ability to actually get to actual level 6. So this ability is very, very, very important. Now if we go with the first skill, deal 200% of magic damage to an enemy, apply regeneration to an ally with the lowest health for 2 turns. And if you lower that, you just lose damage. So again, this ability is not important to get to level 6. Just getting this ability to level 5 is good enough. So in my recommendation, as you can see here guys, we have the second ability that's important, that's mandatory to get to level 6, and all the other ability just leave them to level 5 and save your scrolls for somebody else, because those abilities don't need to be put to level 6. Maybe except this one will actually be good if you do arena with her, but that is pretty much it. Now if we talk about artifacts, we're not gonna care about, you know, what artifact is for who, that special ability, we don't really care about that. Yes, if you can find one that goes with the stats you actually need, it is optimal, but what's really important with artifacts guys, it's the stats. The base stats here. See here, like this one has damage and HP. Well, what you want to go for Renara will be damage and tenacity. Those are the 2 most important thing you want to have on this artifact. Now if you don't have the choice, if you don't have any artifact that has both, what you want to go for mandatory is the tenacity. I think tenacity is very, very important for her, because you don't want her to get ability block, you don't want her to get stunned, you want to avoid her getting slow. Those 3 things are very, very important for, so she can actually do the resurrect, she can do the AoE heals, and she can apply that, you know, every turn. She can reapply that regeneration on some people, healing some people that has regeneration, I mean. So it's very important. So tenacity is the #1 stat to actually have on that artifact. Personally, I don't have any with tenacity yet, so this is kind of why she has no artifact on. Now if we move to the next part here guys, which is the runes, what are the primary, what is the secondary, the sets? Well, you have a few options here. You could go with 2 HP 4 speed, you could go with 2 tenacity 4 speed. Those are the basic option you can actually have on her. Speed is very important, and again tenacity is very, very, very important. Personally, I do not have a tenacity runes with speed here that I can actually put here. I actually have one, so I can actually oh, I think that's the, no, I do, my bad. We're gonna switch that to tenacity, man. I didn't realize I had that available. So there we go, confirm. So I prefer personally the tenacity, because you want to be close over 50% tenacity if you can actually afford it. I think that is very, very important in countering all the debuff that can affect her, since that she needs her skill to be going to be useful. We really need to avoid her getting crowd control. So tenacity to 50% plus is very important. Even if you can get it up to about 65%, that will actually be awesome if you can achieve that. I don't think the HP will really affect her, in my personal opinion. Now if we go with primaries, well, you said the first primary, you want to go northeast, we want to go to speed, we want to have as much speed as we can from that primary. And then the second primary, which is south, you want to go with shields or damage. I think shield is better to increase her survivability. To be honest, she really needs that survivability too. With the shield, it is pretty awesome. And if we go with the last primary, I do not have the proper primary here, by the way guys. It is not shield. I do have that until I can actually find a better speed rune that will give me tenacity. But yes, tenacity will be the main stats here. Tenacity, you'll be able to get at least 15% tenacity usually on that rune, and that, if I had that, that'll actually put me over 65% tenacity right now if I had tenacity in that rune, and that will be the perfect setup for my Renara, to be honest. So if we repeat, northwest you want tenacity primary, northeast you want speed, south you want shield or damage, and after that on the secondary stats you want to gather as much tenacity and speed as possible. Those are the main most important stats. You can see we have tenacity here, we have tenacity here, we have speed here, we have speed here, we have nothing here, and we have tenacity here. So you can see the pattern here: tenacity, speed, and then if you can get health, armor, shield on her, it is very useful, so she can actually take a lot less damage. So that pretty much covers what's important on how to actually build this character. And now for the skill priority, it is pretty easy. You use your resurrect skill when somebody's dead. Pretty basic. You use your massacre when somebody needs a heal, and then you use the first skills when nobody needs to be resurrected or nobody needs to be healed. And that is pretty much it. Those are the only thing you worry about with her skills. So that pretty much cover Renara, guys. If you have any questions, feedback, there's a comment section down below. Make sure to use it properly. If you have any question and feedback, I'll definitely get back to you guys as soon as possible. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for being a part of my amazing community. If you're not part of this community yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys, and don't forget to check the bell button next to it to get notified when I post a new video, go live with a live stream. And by the way, guys, streams are not happening right now. We are waiting for Battlegrounds to be reworked. Once Battlegrounds are fixed, we're gonna be coming back with a totally new stream schedule. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. You all enjoy playing Dragon Champion, and you stay safe.